Cardi B and Stefon Diggs finally reveal why their relationship ended abruptly. For months, fans have been wondering why everything between Cardi B and Stefon Diggs went from wedding energy to complete silence, and then suddenly, nothing. No posts together. No subtle comments. No hints, no clues. Just a cold, hard stop. But today, the truth finally exploded across social media, and the reason behind their abrupt breakup left fans absolutely shaking, crying, and arguing everywhere online. The calm before the storm. Cardi and Steph had been looking like the next power couple. Matching outfits. Romantic getaways. Whispers of engagement rings. Late-night FaceTime screenshots leaking online. Even talks about combining families. Every interview Cardi gave had a sparkle in her eyes when she mentioned, "Someone who treats me right." Every time Stefon was seen walking into a stadium, fans swore he was glowing differently, calmer, happier. People swore this was the one. People believed this was Cardi Love 2.0. But behind that shine, a massive storm was brewing. The night everything shifted. It all started during a private dinner in Los Angeles, just the two of them. Steph came straight from practice. Cardi arrived straight from a studio session, exhausted but excited to see him. At first, everything was sweet, hand-holding, flirt jokes, sharing food off each other's plates. Then Cardi noticed something. Stefon kept checking his phone. Over and over. Same notification tone. Same energy shift. His smile would drop every time he looked at the screen. Cardi finally asked, half joking, half worried. "Who blowin' up your phone like that?" Steph froze. He didn't answer. That silence. It was the first crack. The secret Steph had been hiding. A few days later, things exploded. Cardi walked into Stefon's condo unannounced, something she had done many times before. But this time, she walked into a conversation she wasn't supposed to hear. Steph was on the phone, pacing, voice low, tense. "I can't keep hiding this forever. She deserves to know. But I don't want to lose her." Cardi stood by the doorway, stunned. When Stefon turned and saw her, his face drained completely. She asked him with a trembling voice. "Lose me over what, Steph?" And that's when everything fell apart. The revelation that broke her. Stefon finally confessed. He had been dealing with a situation from his past, a complicated, long-standing personal tie that wasn't fully resolved. Not cheating. Not a secret relationship. But something even more complicated. A person from his past who was now involved in something sensitive, emotionally, legally, and financially, and Steph had been trying to handle it alone to protect that person and protect Cardi at the same time. It was affecting his life. His sleep. His focus. His emotional stability. And Cardi realized. Steph wasn't fully available to her. Not emotionally. Not mentally. Not spiritually. He was fighting invisible battles she didn't even know existed. And the worst part? He had tried to carry all of it alone. Cardi's breaking point. That night, Cardi broke down. Steph broke down. It was the first time they both cried in front of each other. Cardi sobbed. "I can't be with someone whose heart is divided. I need all of you, or none of you." Steph, shaking, whispered. "I tried to protect you from this. I didn't want you hurt." But Cardi felt betrayed, not because Steph did anything wrong, but because he carried a heavy storm behind her back. And in love, secrets, even well-intentioned ones, can break trust. The final moment that ended everything. The next day, they met again. No glam. No cameras. No entourage. Just two people sitting in silence. Stefon held her hand and said, "You deserve a man who's fully healed and fully present. I'm not that man right now." Cardi wiped her tears and replied, And you deserve peace. You deserve to fix what's broken inside you. But I can't wait in the dark anymore. There was no screaming. No drama. No cheating. No scandal. Just heartbreak. Two people who loved each other, but whose lives weren't aligned. And right there, in that quiet room, they both agreed. It was over. The public reveal. Today, weeks later, Cardi and Stefon finally revealed the truth publicly. Cardi posted, "Not every breakup gotta be messy. Sometimes two good hearts just ain't ready at the same time." Stefon posted shortly after, "Love ain't the problem. Timing was." Fans flooded the internet with shock. Some cried. Some blamed Cardi. Some blamed Steph. But most realized, they weren't toxic. They weren't enemies. They were simply two souls who needed space to heal separately. How they feel today. Sources close to both say, they still care deeply about one another. They still talk occasionally. They both needed emotional clarity. They're focusing on healing and personal growth. They're leaving the door open for the future, but not waiting for it. Cardi is pouring herself into music and her kids. Steph is focusing on mental peace and resolving personal baggage he ignored for too long. And both of them admit privately, if life brings them back together one day, they won't fight it. But right now, it's goodbye. A painful, necessary goodbye. The internet reaction. Twitter. This is the first celebrity breakup that actually feels real, damn. Instagram. They loved each other afar. It's sad but respectful. YouTube comment sections. Timing really be ruining everything. TikTok. People making edits crying to Randy B heartbreak songs. The whole internet is still processing. The end, or maybe not. Because with love like theirs, people swear. This isn't the final chapter. Just a pause. A reset. A breath. And if the universe aligns, they might find their way back. But for now, two hearts that once beat together are walking separate paths. Healing. Growing. Breathing again. Here is a very long, dramatic, YouTube-ready story for your video. Cardi B and Stefon Diggs finally reveal why their relationship ended abruptly. Very long, emotional, dramatic, perfect for 8 to 12-minute picture slides and voiceover. For months, fans have been speculating non-stop, dissecting every detail, every lyric, every Instagram post, trying to understand what really happened between Cardi B and Stefon Diggs. Their relationship was once the internet's favorite plot twist, a whirlwind of passion, secrets, late-night flights, and undeniable chemistry. But then, it all crumbled without warning. No statements. No explanations. Just silence. And today, for the first time, Cardi B and Stefon Diggs finally reveal the truth behind their abrupt, heartbreaking split. And the real reason is deeper, darker, and more emotional than anyone expected. The beginning of the end. Their breakup didn't start with shouting, cheating accusations, or even jealousy like the blog suggested. According to sources close to both Cardi and Diggs, it actually started with something much more painful. Pressure, from every direction. While Cardi B was trying to heal from years of public scrutiny, motherhood, and her up-and-down relationship with Offset, Diggs was fighting demons of his own, the pressure of being an NFL superstar, managing injuries, and trying to keep his private life hidden from the world. They were both living in two different emotional worlds. One insider said, they loved each other, but they were loving each other at a time when both of them were drained. And when two tired hearts try to carry a whole relationship, something breaks. The secret argument in Miami. Sources say the real turning point happened during a weekend getaway in Miami, meant to bring them closer. But instead, it exposed everything they were hiding. Cardi reportedly broke down crying in their penthouse suite, telling Diggs, "I can't be fighting the world and fighting for us. I need peace." Diggs, already stressed from team drama and constant pressure to perform, felt blindsided. He didn't want to lose her, but he didn't know how to give her the stability she needed at that moment. They went to bed that night not speaking, something that had never happened before. When the media made it worse. Just days later, rumors exploded. Cardi cheated. Stefon cheated. Offset is back. Cardi is pregnant. Diggs wants marriage, she doesn't. None of it was true. But the blogs didn't care, because drama sells. The pressure became unbearable. A close friend of Cardi says she told them, "Every time I open my phone, somebody is telling me who I love, who I'm pregnant by, who I cheated with. I'm tired." Stefon was furious too. He hated seeing Cardi attacked online and hated being painted as the bad guy in a story nobody understood. But instead of bringing them together, it pulled them further apart. The final straw, a phone call at 3 a.m. According to insiders, the real breaking moment came during a 3 a.m. phone call. Cardi was overwhelmed after seeing a fake story trending on Twitter claiming Diggs had another woman pregnant. Even though she knew it wasn't true, something snapped. She told Diggs, "I can't do this anymore. Not like this." Diggs responded quietly, "If letting me go gives you peace, then I won't fight." That silence on the phone was the moment the relationship ended. No screaming. No insults. Just two tired people, letting go. Why they stayed silent? Both Cardi and Stefon agreed to break up privately for one reason. To protect the pieces of each other that the world doesn't see. They didn't want the world twisting their story. They didn't want fans choosing sides. They didn't want to drag each other publicly. So they stayed quiet. Even though it hurt. Even though they both cried behind closed doors. Even though neither of them really wanted it to end. What Diggs finally admitted. In the new reveal, Stefon Diggs finally spoke his truth. It wasn't Cardi. It was life. I wasn't in a place to give her what she deserves. She needed stability, and I was chasing peace in the middle of chaos. Fans were stunned by his honesty. It wasn't blame, it was accountability. And it showed just how deeply he cared for her. Cardi B's heartbreaking confession. Cardi also opened up, saying, "Sometimes you love somebody, but love is not enough. You can have the connection, the passion, the chemistry, but if your mind is not right, the relationship won't survive. I had to choose my peace. He had to choose his." She admitted that ending things was one of the hardest decisions she's ever made, because Stefon showed her a different kind of love, one she wasn't used to. But she also said she's proud of the way they handled it. "We didn't break each other. We just broke apart." The real truth, they loved each other too late. What makes this breakup even more heartbreaking is the final reveal. They both admitted they met at the wrong time. Not because they weren't compatible. But because both of them were healing from old wounds. They were trying to build something new on top of broken pieces. And sometimes, the right person still comes at the wrong moment. Are they done forever? Close friends reveal something fans did not expect. They didn't close the door forever. They closed it for now. Both Cardi and Diggs made it clear. They still care. They still respect each other deeply. They are not enemies. They are not bitter. They're two people who chose healing over chaos. Even though it hurt. And that, ironically, may be the most mature and loving decision they've ever made. Fans react. The internet is in absolute shock. This is the first breakup story that actually sounds real. I respect them for not dragging each other. This just made me love both of them more. Wrong timing is the saddest love story. Many fans are even holding on to hope that one day, after the storm passes, their paths might cross again. Final word. Cardi B and Stefon Diggs didn't break up because of cheating, or fighting, or drama.